everybody, Ramey here, and today what I'm going to talk about is a topic that just affected me over the last week. And it has to do with the ability for children to order things via one click on their tablets, computer, and people in general. So basically, let me describe what happened to me, how I solved it, and some recommendations so that it doesn't happen again. So first of all, I get this email on, let's say, Monday or Tuesday of this week. Actually, my wife got the email, and she said, "Hey, did we purchase an app this morning on our account, on our Google Play account?" And I said, "I didn't purchase. I've been sleeping. I haven't purchased anything." And so I go in and I look at the receipt and I realize, wow, we just spent $4 on some app. I was able to quickly refund it and say, hey, this wasn't me. I didn't spend this. So later that day, I thought, you know what? Let me just go into my Google Play account and see what happened. Because I was very easily able to refund that app. And I go into the account, and interestingly, I find that over the last month, about $450 worth of apps and add-ons for apps had been purchased on the account. $450. So this isn't like a $4 thing. This is $450. So I'm like, whoa, what happened? So the first thing I do is I send an email to Google Play and I say, hey, how do I solve this kind of thing? And I also start looking into their troubleshooting, and I realize for every app or everything that was purchased, I can press this report a problem button and, hey, I didn't purchase this. So I did that, and they were able to refund my money instantaneously, all $450 refunded to me within minutes of me pushing the button and discovering this problem. So I'm trying to figure out how it happened, why this was spent. So I have kids that are 3 years old, 6 years old, and 8 years old. And I went to my 8-year-old and I said, hey, did you all their tablets. So I'm a professor of instructional technology. I pride myself on ensuring that this kind of stuff does not happen. All of their tablets have parental controls, very strict parental controls, so that they can't, specifically so they cannot purchase anything. So I say to them, I go to my 8-year-old and I say, hey, have you purchased anything? And he's like, oh my gosh, no, like I haven't. Like he was so worried. And okay, so then I go to my 3 and 6-year-old and I look at their tablet because they have been sharing one over the last few weeks because my 3-year-old's tablet was broken. So him and the 6-year-old have been sharing a tablet. And I said to my 6-year-old, and I said, has anything been purchased on this tablet? He said, well, we have a few apps on here. He goes, but we've been using in-game money to buy it. And so I say, in-game money, I said, let me see what's going on. So what had happened is my 3 and 6-year-old had been purchasing like money for various little kid apps, like at $99 a purchase. They had 2 purchases for $99, 2 purchases for $50, and then a bunch of like $4, $1, $20 purchases, totaling $450. So I said to myself, how is this possible? Because I have parental controls on the device. So I checked the parental controls, and the parental control was off. But here's the catch. Parental control was set for certain pieces of the device. So here's what I'm finding. And this is an Android thing, because on Apple, it's a little more clear. It's either a yes or no. On Android, it's not so clear because there are multiple ways. There are a few ways to get around it. So what I realized is that I had originally set the parental controls for the Google Play Store, for Amazon, so that they couldn't purchase from either of those. But my wife had went in to download an app a few months back, and when she had downloaded the app, needed my password. When she entered that password in, it somehow, she's not sure how it happened, there must have been a box that came up that said, do you want to disable parental controls? And it disabled them permanently, not for like 15 minutes or 10 minutes, so that she was able to download this app. So that's how the parental control was taken off. So needless to say, it's quite an interesting situation here, in that, yes, it's 100% on us, on me and my wife, that our kids shouldn't have been able to purchase this. But at the same time, why was it so easy? I mean, I had already went through the steps of setting parental controls. How was it so easy to take them off? And even if there's no parental controls set, why is it so easy for a kid to press something and purchase it? Um, so, you know, there's a lot of different things here. It's not fair to the publisher that now they lost all this money because something was purchased by accident. But this isn't just me it's happening to. You read on the internet and there's kids purchasing thousands of dollars worth of stuff on Amazon by mistake. Some kid purchased a bunch of stuff via Amazon Alexa, and they don't comprehend the value of money at 3, 4 years old yet. 5 years old, 6 years old. My 8-year-old finally is starting to like realize what chores are and how to work for things and what that's like. But my 6-year-old kind of gets it, but you know, he doesn't even understand the difference between like why something isn't real on television. Like, they are very young minds at that age, so they don't understand these concepts yet. So what do we do to solve this problem? First of all, it definitely should not be that easy to one order, single click things. You should have to go in, and so the default is that it's very easy to order. The default should be that it's very difficult to order. You have to specifically go in and make it so that it's very difficult or very easy to order. But you know, this shouldn't have happened. It should have been recognized like these are kids' games. What's going on? Maybe an email, some kind of security confirmation, something, so that it doesn't happen. Because it's not fair to Google. It's not fair to me. It's not fair to the kids, and it's not fair to the company. It's really no fair all the way around. But my theory is that it doesn't happen enough that it's worth doing anything about, because it's just easy for them to return the money and it's easier for everybody. So I guess that's the solution. And I will say Google was awesome about taking care of it and refunding my money back after realizing what happened. But it does happen, and is something parents need to be very, very aware of. And I'm aware of it, and it still happened to me. I monitor what the kids do. We give them specific times on the tablet. I have parental controls set up, all kinds of restrictions on the tablet. They were still just a quick, my wife downloading an app was disabled the controls, and all of a sudden, boom, $450 fee from my kids buying something they weren't supposed to on the tablet. So anyway, thank you. Have a nice day.